Before starting Vital Spark, I had lots of GI, stomach issues, and lots of head issues as well. My stomach issues started about 5.5 years ago now, and then my head issues started 4.5 years ago. With all of that to say, I've seen lots of different doctors. I have seen GI doctors, GI specialists, neurologists. I have seen regular primary doctors. I have seen ENTs, eye doctors. And as far as things that I have tried, we have studies for 72-hour durations. I have had a blood patch in my spine. I have had all of the blood work anybody can think of done. I have had the studies when it comes to seeing ENT doctors done. I've had, obviously, my eyes checked numerous times. I have had upper lower endoscopies. I have had colonoscopies. I have been poked and prodded more than what I would like to admit to. I have tried different diets, different elimination diets. I've tried only eating certain kinds of foods. I have literally tried, it feels like, everything. Before Vital Spark, I did not eat very much. I had a really hard time keeping food down. I had a lot of nauseousness, vomiting, gagging. I had lots of bad bowel movements. I was always on the toilet, it seemed like. My head just hurt and throbbed constantly. Doctors have said I have migraines and headaches, and I've never believed that to be true. So we have done different medications, different shots. I've actually given myself shots. I've had Botox. I've had all kinds of injections for migraines and headaches without anything helping me. I've tried migraine relievers, the rapid ones. None of those have worked. Like I said, I've tried literally everything. You name it and I've tried it. You name it and I've done it. You name it and I've seen them. All of the things. I was having a lot of stomach issues, but then I was also having a lot of head issues. So my head just felt like there was a lot of pressure in it, which then was then I was feeling the vertigo type of symptoms. So then with having the vertigo type symptoms that I was experiencing, I had a hard time with like dancing. I would feel like I would get really lightheaded. Bending over and then back up, I would get really lightheaded. Any form of motion where like the pressure in your changes. Traveling was really hard because of the different altitudes and air pressures, but then also just in general was really hard because I did not know when I was gonna have to use the bathroom. I didn't know when my stomach was gonna get upset and I was going to get sick. So I literally carried around like a little Tupperware container that I had that was like my best friend. I had one in purse. I had one in the middle console of my car. I had one in my school bag because I was a teacher. One beside my bed, and I had an extra one just in case. And then I had my Tupperware bowl that I carried around with me throughout the house and wherever, like if I went to school, then it went with me in my bag. So all of my were getting canceled because I did not know how I was going to feel. And I didn't know how I was going to feel normally until the morning of. And so it just, being a 29-year-old person, I didn't feel like I was living life. Like I just was staying home, like I was a homebody. I wasn't getting out and I wasn't doing things, and it scared me to go places and to try things because I didn't know how my body was going to react. I wasn't able to eat foods that like I normally could eat. I wasn't able to eat foods that everybody else was eating because they affected me differently. I wasn't able to go out to eat to very many places and be able to eat what was on the menu and then come home and not have to have the repercussions of that. My biggest hesitation though in joining Vital Spark was that it wasn't going to work because I had tried literally everything. So it was like, is this going to be another thing that like I am going to off my list and saying that I have tried and I have spent the money for and I have taken the time and done all of this? Like, is this just going to be another failed thing? Is this going to be the thing that they're like, oh, we don't see anything wrong with you, you're okay, and knowing that like I'm not okay? Or it was just going to be this thing where it was like having a fitness coach where you have to go in, work out and do all of these workouts and all of this training and endurance stuff. And so there was a lot of hesitations in that, just especially from the fact of like, is this actually going to work, or is it to be another thing that I can check off my list and say, I've tried. As far as what Spark has done for me and where I am at now is like night and day. I can actually go and do things. I can go places. I can travel. I don't have to worry so much about the altitude changes. I don't have to worry about the foods that I am eating or choosing to eat something different because this is what my body needs right now. I can eat things, not have the repercussions like I used to have when I had a flare-up before. Now I can continue to eat whatever I am normally eating. Like my food doesn't change day to day based upon how I am feeling. I have learned that I have a lot more anxiety than I initially thought. And with having anxiety, your body has a more of a nervous system that it has to heal. And so I have how to handle my anxiety, how to work through my anxiety. I have been given tools to help me with that. And then in having an anxiety flare up, then in turn makes my stomach and my head hurt worse. It's like this revolving cycle. I have learned how to continue to eat and like feel my body. I learned that food is fuel and how to feel my body the best way possible for the way that body needs to be fueled and to be able to have optimal performance. I haven't being able to go and do things. I feel like an actual 29-year-old who has a life in front of her, who is able to go and experience life and do things and have a marriage and just be able to live life. Like, I'm not having to plans. I'm not having to say no to things. I'm that fear of disappointment and that fear of failure on my shoulders all of the time because I don't know what my symptoms are going to be like. I don't have to worry about, oh, I canceled plans, so now I can't be trusted and I can't be depended on, and nobody's gonna want to do anything with me. To now, when something is planned, like, I can stick to it and I know that I can show up and be there for whatever it is that I need to show up and be there for. Vital Spark has helped me learn that asking for help is necessary and that there are more tests and studies out there than what anybody lets you believe. The GI map and Dutch test literally have changed my life. It has given me so much information. It's given me and my coach so much information about my body and where it needs to be at and how we can help it to be able to function optimally. And Vital has helped me learn that my body is unique and that I am not a one size fits all. I am a Jamie. I am a one size fits me, and that is it. And that's okay. Everything that I have in Vital Spark has been for me. It's been designed for me. It's not just some big broadcast umbrella type of thing where everybody can do it and everybody can benefit from it. It's helped me to that your body is a temple and it deserves to be treated as such. And that when we sit and we neglect the things that our body is trying to tell us, the symptoms that we are having are actually creating bigger problems. The symptoms that our body is giving us is our body's way of saying, hey, something is wrong. And when we have that symptom, we need to stop and we need to observe it and listen to it and just help ourselves be able to get it solved and get it figured out so that way we don't go down a bad hole, or so that way we don't end up with more problems down the road. I truly believe that Vital Spark and the functional medicine behind it has truly changed my life. It is getting to the root cause of things. It's not just putting a band-aid on whatever my symptoms and problems are at the time. It's okay, why are you having these symptoms? Why are you feeling the way that you these symptoms? Why are you feeling the way that you are? Why is your this way to what you're trying to do? It's literally giving me my life back. It has helped me tons of inflammation, which also has shown up as numbers on the scales. My rings fit me differently. I noticed it like my face, especially down into my collarbones, my shoulder blades, and like how my clothes are and just everything. I feel like my demeanor and just the way that I look is so different than what it was even 6 months ago. I will forever be thankful for Vital Spark and what it has done for me and my life and the future of my life, and just knowing how to better help me and better serve all that I am trying to do.